I'm who they've been looking for. Shedeur Sanders is making moves across Europe, and this time, it's not about sightseeing or low-key vacations. The owners of Chelsea Football Club personally invited Shedeur and his circle to Stamford Bridge for a Premier League match and a first-class experience at one of football's most iconic stadiums in London. Now, Shedeur isn't suiting up to play on the pitch, but don't get it twisted. He's still running things. What he is doing is exporting Black culture, influence, and energy on a global scale. Shedeur Sanders is evolving into a cultural ambassador, a brand powerhouse, and a serious force on both sides of the Atlantic. At first glance, seeing Shedeur walk through the tunnels of Stamford Bridge might look like just another celebrity appearance. But this wasn't a casual visit. This was intentional, strategic, carefully orchestrated by Chelsea Football Club. This was an indirect endorsement Chelsea wanted, and they built the entire experience with that goal in mind. Shedeur carries enormous influence in the United States, especially among young people and sports fans, the exact audience Chelsea is eager to connect with. While the Premier League is already the most watched football league in the world, Chelsea is focused on deepening its footprint in the American market. Bringing Shedeur Sanders into the Chelsea experience firsthand is a smart step toward that mission, and make no mistake, it's going to pay off. I'm who they've been looking for. Now let's talk about the architect behind this move. Todd Boehly, the American businessman and owner of Chelsea FC, isn't just thinking locally or even continentally, he's thinking globally. His vision is to make Chelsea not only a European giant, but a household name in American soccer culture. And unlike many European executives, Boehly truly understands the American sports audience. He knows that to win over U.S. fans, you have to speak their language, tap into their culture, and align with figures they already respect and follow. That's exactly why this visit was designed specifically for Shedeur Sanders. From the moment Shedeur arrived at Stamford Bridge, everything was curated to perfection. Chelsea even assigned a staff member to accompany him throughout the entire visit, ensuring the experience was seamless and unforgettable. The objective was simple: create a moment so powerful and genuine that Shedeur would want to share it with his millions of followers back home. And Chelsea delivered. During the visit, Shedeur was presented with a custom Chelsea jersey by the owners themselves. Not a generic shirt, but a personalized, custom-made kit with his name and number on the back. A meaningful gift, a symbol, a clear signal of the relationship Chelsea wants to build. When Shedeur shared photos and videos wearing Chelsea blue and holding that custom jersey, it generated more value than any traditional advertising campaign ever could. That's authentic endorsement. That's organic marketing. And that's something money alone can't buy. That jersey became more than apparel. It became a bridge between American sports culture and European football tradition. This is elite-level branding, and Todd Boehly deserves real credit for understanding how modern sports influence actually works. In today's sports world, influence carries just as much weight as on-field performance when it comes to building a global brand. Todd Boehly understands that Shedeur Sanders isn't just another athlete. He's a cultural force, a trendsetter, someone who commands attention the moment he enters a room. By welcoming Shedeur into the Chelsea ecosystem, even if only for a single day, Boehly is planting the seeds for a long-term relationship that could deliver massive returns. When Shedeur shares his experience at Stamford Bridge, talking about the energy, the atmosphere, the passion of Chelsea supporters, and showing off that custom jersey, his message reaches millions of young Americans who may have never considered following Chelsea or even the Premier League before. That's the real power of influencer marketing in modern sports. Everyone sees how fast Shedeur Sanders' brand is rising. Everyone is watching, and everyone wants a piece, whether through endorsements, partnerships, or collaborations. He's quickly becoming one of the most marketable athletes in America, and his influence grows stronger by the day. Just look at the proof. Recently, Shedeur and his brother Shiloh signed a staggering $100 million deal in Paris with Amiri, the luxury fashion house synonymous with high-end streetwear and elite athletic style. Let that number sink in. $100 million. dollars. That kind of deal makes one thing crystal clear. Shedeur Sanders isn't just a football player. He's a global brand. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up. Shedeur is becoming a household name not only in the United States, but overseas as well. And he knows exactly where he's headed. His eyes are locked on the prize, and his goal is to become one of the highest paid players in the NFL. None of this is happening by accident. The luxury partnerships, the high-profile international visits, the invitations to iconic venues like Stamford Bridge. Shedeur is building an empire that extends far beyond football. He's stacking wealth, expanding his reach, and setting himself up for long-term success well after his playing days are over. What makes it even more impressive is how he's doing it, with confidence, intention, and a deep understanding of his own value at such a young age. Now let's talk football. When the Cleveland Browns selected Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round of the NFL draft, many called it an absolute steal. While he may not have received first-round money, his popularity and influence have propelled him far beyond many players taken ahead of him. His jersey sales are exploding. His social media engagement is off the charts. And his connection with fans feels real, authentic in a way few athletes can replicate. Those who followed his journey always knew this moment was coming. Now the rest of the world is finally catching up. Shedeur Sanders represents something bigger than the game itself. He embodies a new generation of athletes who understand that their true value extends beyond the field. He understands branding. He understands social media. And he knows how to leverage his platform to create opportunities previous generations could only dream about. So when Shedeur Sanders walks into Stamford Bridge as a guest of Chelsea Football Club, when he's handed a custom jersey by the owners themselves, it's more than a visit. It's a statement. When Shedeur Sanders walks into Stamford Bridge, he's not there as a tourist. He's there as a partner in an unspoken but mutually beneficial relationship. Chelsea gains direct access to his massive American audience, while Shedeur aligns himself with one of the most prestigious football clubs in the world. It's a win on both sides. This visit also reflects a bigger shift happening across the global sports landscape. The old boundaries, where American football players stayed in their lane and soccer players stayed in theirs, are gone. Today's elite athletes are global citizens. They understand that building a worldwide brand means stepping beyond their primary sport and embracing opportunities across leagues, cultures, and continents. Shedeur Sanders understands this perfectly. That's why he's willing to fly to London, spend time with Chelsea executives and players, and fully immerse himself in the Premier League experience. What makes his approach even more impressive is that he's doing all of this without losing focus on his main objective: becoming a great NFL quarterback. The endorsements, European trips, and 9-figure fashion deals haven't distracted him from grind. Shedeur knows that elite on-field performance is the foundation of everything he's building, and he's committed to putting in the work required to become one of the best at his position. At the same time, he understands a crucial truth about modern sports. Success today demands more than athletic excellence. It requires business intelligence, cultural awareness, and the ability to form meaningful connections with fans and brands worldwide. The fact that Todd Boehly and Chelsea specifically targeted Shedeur Sanders for this visit speaks volumes about how the industry is evolving. Clubs are no longer relying solely on wins and trophies to grow their global footprint. They're actively pursuing relationships with influential figures who can help them reach new audiences and unlock untapped markets. Shedeur Sanders fits that mold perfectly. Chelsea knew that bringing him to Stamford Bridge would generate buzz, create organic content, and open the door to millions of American sports fans who may not have otherwise engaged with the Premier League. In the end, Shedeur Sanders' visit to Stamford Bridge was about far more than watching a football match. It was a calculated business move, one designed by Todd Boehly and Chelsea Football Club to strengthen their presence in the U.S. market by tapping into Shedeur's immense influence. For Shedeur, it was another step in building a global empire, an opportunity to expand his brand, forge powerful international connections, and reinforce the fact that he's more than just a quarterback. He's a cultural icon. As he continues his rise toward becoming one of the richest and most influential NFL players of his generation. Moments like this will be remembered as key milestones in an extraordinary career. Shedeur Sanders is running riot across Europe, spreading culture and influence wherever he goes. And the world is watching as he builds an empire designed to last for decades.